Welcome dear students. I hope you all are doing well. Today I am with a new video, and in this video I am going to explain you the presentation of data, why we present the data, and in this video we will discuss the tabular presentation of data. Let us begin. First of all, let me explain you what we mean with presentation of data. Presentation stands for exhibition. How we are going to represent the quantitative information, how we are going to represent the data, so that it will become easy for the viewers, so that it will become easy for the people to understand. So when we define presentation of data, it is the exhibition of data into tables, graphs or charts, so that the data can be easily understood. First thing. Second, it will be analyzed properly. And third thing, and further statistical conclusions can be derived. So here, when we talk about the presentation of the data, this definition shows the importance of presentation. No doubt, it is the exhibition of data in tables, graphs or charts. But the second part of this definition, it shows the importance of presentation. That is, because of this presentation, it becomes easy to understand, easy to analyze, and further conclusions can be derived from the data. So we are having different methods of data presentation. Either you can present in tabular form, you can present in graphs, you can present in charts, you can present it textually. So let us discuss these one by one, but in this video I am going to focus on the presentation of data into tables, that is tabulation. Methods of presentation. The first method is textual presentation of data. Second is tabular presentation of data. Third is diagrammatic presentation of data. And this diagrammatic presentation has been further divided into geometric diagrams, frequency diagrams, and arithmetic line graphs. So I am going to explain these one by one. And textual presentation, this is not in our syllabus, but still I am going to give you the definition, and I am explaining this thing to you also. Textual presentation is when data is presented textually in the form of text. For example, say if we take an example of APS Udhampur, there are 5 sections in class 11. I am going to present this data. I can present this in tabular form, I can present this in diagrammatic form, I can present this in textual form as well. Now how I can present this information in textual form? I will write there are 5 sections in class 11, and the number of students in different sections are 11th A there are 41 students, 11th B there are 25 students, 11th C there are 18 students, 11th D there are 35 students, and 11th E there are 42 students. So this is how I can represent this textually. Now this can be represented in tabular form as well. Now let me explain you the tabular presentation. Tabular presentation is a method of presenting data using the statistical table. What is a table? Table is actually a systematic organization of data in columns and rows. So table is a combination of rows and columns. So whenever you are going to construct a table, it will be combination of columns and rows. So example is given here, number of students in different sections of class 11, which I earlier told you in textual form. We can make a table, and there will be 2 columns, and there are 6 rows. There are 5 rows in this table. So you can see, first it is heading of Heading of rows, it is 11A, 11B, 11C, 11D and 11E. And heading of columns, title of columns, which we can say. Title of columns, it is number of, there is only one column for that, it is number of students. So 11th A, there are 41 students, 11B, there are 25, 11C, there are 18, 11D, there are 35, and 11E, there are 42. So this is how I can present this data into tabular form. Now I need not read that text so that I will came to know what is the number of students in different sections. When I see this table, it will be easy to understand how many students are in different sections. So it is easily as compared to textual presentation. And remember, textual presentation is not in your syllabus. This tabular presentation is in your syllabus. So this is how we can tabulate the information, how we can tabulate the data. This is the simple tabulation of data. There are different types of tables which we are going to explain one by one. So let us continue. Now the components of a table. Whenever you are going to construct a table, you should know what are the components, what are the different components of a table, which are very much important. First is table number. Whenever you will find any table in your book or anywhere, first of all you will get the table number. What is the table number? Table number 1, table number 1.1, 1.2, 1.5, table number 8, table number 9. So table number will be given there. And then second, it is title of the table. What does the title mean? It means what does this table show? It gives you the information that what does this table show. For example, earlier I told you, say in the previous example, so that the title of that table will be number of students in different sections of class 11, because that title gives you the information that what does this table shows. And head note, if the full information is not given about the table in the title, then information will be given in head note. So head note, for example, units may be given, or some other information may be given related to the title. Then after that, stubs. Stubs is actually the title of rows. I told you in this I will give you one more example after this. So it is title of rows. And caption is title of columns. After that is body or field. Body or field is the data. It is the numerical value. So you can see at the right side you can see this table, and stubs, caption and body or field is the main component, or we can say it is the data in the field, in the table. Then after that it is footnote. If any information is given in this table and that information is not properly shown in the field or in the body, then that is explained in footnote. And after that, it is source of data. Where you get this data? What is the source of this data? And you have to write the source. These are the components of a table, and these are very much important. As the examination point of view, this is very important. And when you are going to construct a table, you have to remember, you have to take care of these components. Then only you will be able to construct a proper table. Now look at the example. Literacy rate across Indian states as per the census 2011. Table number 1, it is written there, it is table number 1, table number. Second, it is literacy rate. So the title of the table is literacy rate. And you can see at the right hand side it is percentage is given. That means we are measuring this in terms of percentage. At the top right corner you can see percentage symbol is there, so it means we are measuring data in terms of percentage, so we can take it as a head note. Then stubs. Stubs is the title of rows. You can see rows: Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh. These are the states. These are the states of India. So this is this is stubs. And then caption. Caption, you can see title of columns: 2011, 2001, 1991, 1981, 1971. So these are the census, different census, different, this information or this body is as per the different census reports: 71, 81, 91, 2001 and 2011. We can say these are the census reports of past 6 census reports. Now there are some blanks. In 1971 Himachal Pradesh, it is dash, and 1981 it is dash for Himachal Pradesh, and for J&K in 1991. So in the footnote, the blanks indicate that the data is not available for those census years for these for the states concerned. So the information about this dash is given in footnote. This is the footnote, which gives you the information about the field. If that information is not given in the field, or that is, if information is given but not sufficient to understand, so the footnote will be given and that information will be explained. And after that, source. That means where we get this information: Census of India 1971, 81, 91, 2001 and 2011. So this is the source of information. So all the components of table are in this table. So you will, now you should be able to know, you should be able to, we can say, you should be able to find out all the components of a table from this table. So this is the best example. Let's move forward. Features of a good table. What are the features of a good table? If you are going to construct a table, you are going to present data in the form of table, you should know what are the good features. First is computable title. The title of the table, it should be computable. That means title should be according to the information given in the table. It should be computable. Ideal size. It should not be of large size or it should not be of small size. So the size should be ideal. Size of rows and columns. There should be uniform size of different rows and uniform size of different columns. You cannot make one row bigger in size and another smaller in size. You can make table with different size in rows and columns, but that will not be a good table. That is what I mean to say. Use of zero. Use of zero should be only used to represent data. If data is not available, zero should not be used for that. It should NA should be used or dash should be used, which you have already seen in previous table when data was not available in available for Himachal Pradesh in 71 and 81. Dash was there, not zero. So zero should be only used to show data, not non-availability of data. No use of abbreviations. Abbreviations should not be used. Footnote. If there is any additional information about the say body or field, that should be explained in footnote. Specified unit should be there. That means the measurement information given in the body or field. What are the units? What is the unit of that measurement? Source of data. Where from you get that data? What is the source of data? It should be written in the at the bottom of the table. And one more thing, that is it should be simple to understand, easy to understand, economical, and it should be attractive. Then we can say this is a good table. So when you are having all these features in your table, then your table is a good table. Now, kinds of table. There are different kinds of table. Kinds of tables has been divided according to purpose, according to originality, according to construction. So these are the three broad headings. And according to purpose, there are two types of tables. One is general purpose table and another is special purpose table. When we talk about general purpose table is that table which is of general use. Like when we talk about, say, census of India, and the information presented in a table that is of general use, that is not for a specific use, so that table will be called as general purpose table. So census of India and the information presented in the form of table by the census of India, it is the best example for general purpose table. Second, it is special purpose table. When a table is constructed for a special purpose, for a special, I showed you the literacy rate, only literacy rate. When we have prepared that table, literacy rate, so that is for general purpose only, that is literacy rate only. So that is, what I mean to say, that is special purpose table, because the special purpose is here is to compare the literacy rate. Okay, so general purpose table is known as data bank, because you can derive number of tables from general purpose table, or you can have number of special purpose tables from general purpose table, because general purpose is data bank with you, and you can make number of special purpose tables from that general purpose table. According to originality, original table, if the data presented in the table is the same data which has been collected from the population, then that is original table. Because if we are collecting data, say, in different units, like we are measuring say money supply, let us have an example. We are measuring say any other, we are measuring income. If that income is written in the same units, present in the same units in the table, then that is original table. And if that income is presented in the form of percentage, in the form of ratios, then that is a derived table, because the information is not presented in the same form in which the information has been collected from the respondent. Like I told you about the earlier example, say literacy rate, it is in percentage, but when we calculated the literacy rate, when we measured the literacy rate, it was not in percentage, it was number of people. Now we have converted that into percentage, that is derived table. According to construction, it is simple or one way table. When the table is representing only one feature, only one characteristic of in data, then it is one way table. Like I gave you the example of number of students of different sections of class 11, so that is one way table. Second is complex table, in which there are double or two way, triple or table, and manifold table. What we mean with double or two way? If we further divide, which I gave you the earlier example of the number of students in class 11th, if we further divide it in say number of boys and number of girls, then it will be double or two way table, because the table is presenting the two features, two characteristics of data. One, number of students. Second, male female or boys girls. Okay, and triple table, it means if we are further dividing that data, that table, say boys, rural and urban, rural and urban, girls, rural and urban. So this is triple table. One feature is that number of students. Second is number of boys and number of girls. Third is number of rural boys and number of rural girls. Uh, number of, so this is third which we can say. And one more is manifold. Manifold, we can present the data, we can present more than 3 features of the data in a table. When a table is presenting more than 3 features of a data, then that is known as manifold. Like same example, number of students in class 11, different sections of class 11, then we divide that in boys and girls, then we can divide it say on the basis of say rural boys and rural girls, then urban boys and urban girls, then further it can be divided as say civilian students belongs to civilian or military or defense, we can say. This is one more characteristic of data, one more feature of data, one more feature of this information which is presented in the table. Or we can have one more example when we talk about say manifold table. We can say number of students in a college. First we are going to differentiate them. First number of students, then boys and girls, then rural boys and rural girls, urban boys and urban girls. So in rural boys, married and unmarried, in college I am talking about, and urban, married and unmarried, rural girls, married and unmarried, and urban girls, married and unmarried. So these are the more than 3 features which we are presenting in a table. So that table is that type of table is known as manifold table. So these are the kinds of table. And one more thing you have to remember here, that is when we are going to present data into tabular form, we can present say quality features like boys, girls, male, female. This is quality, and we can present data say in quality form as well. So when we talk about quantitative classification of data and tabular presentation, usually when we talk about say marks obtained, which I in classification of data I explained to you how we classify data on the basis of quantity, that is quantitative classification of data. Number of say number of students, marks obtained from 10 to 20, number of students, 20 to 30, number of students, 30 to 40, number of students. That is quantitative classification of data and tabular presentation. One more thing, when we talk about the qualitative classification, like I told you say rural and urban, this is qualitative classification. Male and female, this is qualitative classification. So qualitative classification and presentation of data, you have to remember. But usually here in our syllabus we deal with quantitative classification and tabulation of and tabular presentation. But here you should know how we can present the data in the form of tables, how we can present different characteristics of data, different features of data with the help of tables. So this completes your topic tabulation of data. I hope you understood this data. If there is any doubt, you can clear your doubts during online classes. Thank you very much.